Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. We're going to do short readings, try to do short readings on this vacation so that I can still have these readings, but not be so like 40 minutes in on it. Not just for my own situation because I want to go on vacation or whatever, relax, but it's also because I feel like a lot of you like the shorter readings, so we'll try it. With that said, I can't guarantee it. Just having a sip of water. And if that's a message for somebody, that's helpful. Get hydrated, my friends. Get hydrated. It helps. Now, sound sensitivity. If you have sound sensitivity, before we begin, please lower your volume because there are certain things that I do as a ritual before I start my readings that can be a little loud. Let's go into it. Before we begin, let's call on spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest lights, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. And beautiful each and every one of you are to me. You're going to hear a lot of nature in this area because it is in the boonies. Confirmation again. So let's get started and do some Reiki-esque. If you don't like this portion, you can certainly scroll ahead, fast forward to the actual tarot reading. I just like to do it, even though I'm not a master, and I don't pretend to be one. All right, so let's clean your aura. And like I mentioned, there's going to be noises. The crow knows. Crow's making its own noise. So let's clean your aura. Sweep it out. Oh, very talkative today, aren't you, Crow? All right, cleaning out your aura. Yep, he's saying, yes, I am. We'll do it also with the turkey feather, because I do love the turkey feather. It's a pretty thing. You know, hear the sound of it? It's pretty. All right. Next, what I have up in the lineup is going to be the black obsidian to cleanse. Hear the sound? From about top. Clean out the aura. Cleansing with and grounding is obsidian, black obsidian as well. Selenite stick. There you go. Now we're going to use the nut rattle. I'll make a little sound. Make a little noise up in here. Try to be quiet. People are still sleeping. And we're going to do the sound bowl. Well, no, not really. Not right now. I'm going to do this one more, which is the black tourmaline. Protect this area, protect the space, protect my beautiful collective. Set your intentions for this as well. What are you looking for? Closure, understanding, clarity, information. Be clear. Spirit likes to grant us our wishes, but we have to be specific. Otherwise, it's a generalized pushing out there of something that we might not have even asked for or wanted. So be specific about what you're looking for in this reading. All right, now we got the sound bowl, and it's going to make noise. So one more chance to lower that volume. In 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you for that. Thank you for your patience. Certainly do appreciate that. All right, so I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. These are collective readings. Any energy, any sign. Energy does not have a gender. And I do point out astrological signs, but don't get hung up on astrological signs because we could have more than one aspected. It doesn't cement that that's about a Gemini because I do collective, not specific readings, as I mentioned. Take what resonates from the readings, okay? And if it doesn't fit, quit. Do not take this message on if it doesn't make sense to you. I only have YouTube, and I'm not going to ask you for money, okay? So just so you know that. if somebody's contacting you, asking you for money, or giving you a number, or WhatsApp app, or any of that nonsense. I don't do any of that stuff. So that's a scam, and so you should report it to YouTube immediately. I guess I gotta throw that out there too. All right, so Journey is in the reverse. And the funny thing about Journey being in the reverse is that I made sure to put all of my cards in the upright, and apparently that one didn't make it to the upright. So in the reverse, Journey's in the reverse. 10, completion. Something hasn't ended yet. Let's find out what that is. Spirit, what? Ew, right away. For a mature woman, something hasn't ended yet. Maybe the journey, maybe the struggle. Okay, maybe certain aspects of the journey that maybe you thought was over. It's not over. Mature woman's here. What could it be, Spirit? Give me some messages on this mature woman. Journey isn't over. Just because you get a certain age doesn't mean there's not lessons you need to learn, right? Bad health. So something isn't over with somebody having bad health. Thank you, Spirit. A coffin. 10 being completion. Coffin. Death. An ending. So not an ending, but an ending. So bad health is ending, but the journey continues. What does this mean about the journey? Concern. Somebody's still concerned about their health. Somebody's still concerned about having bad health. Maybe they had suffered from some sort of chronic illness, a debilitating illness, or addictions is what I'm hearing, addictions. And maybe they're still concerned from the aftermath of what they've created by that. Because obviously when you're addicted to substances or alcohol, chemically, whatever, it does affect your health. So this could be a concern for people around them, a loved one, but it's a mature woman. So there's a concern about bad health. All right, what about the concern, Spirit? What's this about? Despair. Damn. This person's going through it. They're in despair about bad health. They're in despair about a mature woman. And this could be a masculine, right? No, we don't use masculine and feminine as a definitive sign of a person. It's just the pictures to give an idea about mature woman, right? Who this is speaking about. But it could also be we have both feminine and masculine in our chart. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a female. It could be a man who's mature in more feminine energy. And hopefully I'm saying that right, because it's very early morning and I might be, crossing my words at this point. Ooh. But there's a journey here that hasn't ended for a person who maybe had bad health. There's death here. So there's an ending for the concern, even though the person's still nervous. So they could have went through something. Yeah, somebody, Spirit, give me that. What's this concern about, this bad health? What's bad health about? Official person. So this could be a person of high status who had this concern, this health concern. But it's ending. So they could be getting treatment. They could have came through something. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know. I'm thinking the word C, but it could be something else. Great fortune. Maybe somebody wanted to end this person. Yes, look at this. Thief is here. That's why. They were hoping this person would end. Their life would end. They were working to unalive a person. They had a health concern for a long time, but they're coming out of it. Maybe they left this person, but the journey continues. It's mature woman, but there's also a mature man here. That could be a thief that was doing this. Now, if it says mature man, it could be a woman that's mature too doing this. Yeah, imprisoned. They imprisoned a person. Imprisoned a person for their money. The lovers. It's somebody that they chose. Okay? that was sick for a long time. They're in despair now, even though they're coming out of this, because of their choices. They feel imprisoned because of their choices. Somebody took from them. Time is what I'm hearing. It's, what's that song from the Bangles? Time, 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 see what's become of me. They feel like they're not good enough to come towards a person that they want. They're in despair about it because they can't journey towards a person. That's what that journey is, okay? The journey isn't ended. The journey, it feels like the journey is ended for a person. They wanted to come towards a mature woman. Yes, that's what it is. They wanted to come towards a woman, but their bad health kept them stuck. So it could have been something that was like an STD, or so to speak, yes. It ended a connection between the two of them. This person had a concern for a long time about it. Maybe it was something that they couldn't clear up, if you know what I'm saying. And it left them in despair. Somebody robbed them of, in their mind, somebody robbed them of their opportunity. A mature man feels like they're robbed from this mature woman because of somebody, their own carelessness, mind you, but it was somebody that gave them an STD, keeping them imprisoned, right? Maybe this person, it's like official, it's done. That's how they feel. It's done. Okay, makes sense now, Spirit. Thank you. This is a person who's imprisoned in their mind about it because they made a choice towards somebody else. Yes, that's what it is. All right, now it's making sense. So they chose a privileged lady, somebody they felt privileged about. They felt like a privilege to be with this person, or they felt like this person looked good on their arm. They had to work hard. 11 seems important here. I'm seeing that a lot. Could be a twin flame connection. I'm not going to define it. You define your circumstance or the person. But it's a person they had to work hard for, even in a community. They had to work hard in this lifestyle of the rich and entitled. This person, this privileged lady, felt entitled being in this connection. Distant horizons. This could have been a while ago or a long time ago that this person was in your life. Maybe they're thinking about you, like that nostalgia. They got a family with this privileged lady. Message of concern keeps coming out. They want to contact you, but they don't know how. They don't know how because they feel like time has been taken from them. A long time has passed since you've been with this person, since you've known this person. And they feel like the journey or the opportunity to come towards you, that time has passed. Even though it keeps saying a message, they want to contact you, message of concern. They want to call, find out how you're doing. They want to somehow get back into your good graces. There was an expectation that this was going to work out between the two of you. 10 is completion, though. You could have met this person at work. But a false person, they could have been a false person wearing a mask at the time you met them. But there's also a false person that stepped in their way, the privileged lady. Somebody they put in high honor. Maybe above you, they chose this person. They courted this person. You could have courted this person at one time. But they chose this other person. They're thinking of you, though. But they had this chronic situation, chronic problem, and they could not clear that up. And they feel like this is something that you wouldn't accept. Oh boy, this is a freaking shit show. Look at this. Wealthy man. This person had money, status, high honor, right? At the time. High honor, high standing. But now poverty. So the pathway they feel like is not available because of all the stuff that went down. The time, their choices, so on and so forth. And now they have this chronic problem that needs to be treated, right? Maybe they've come out of it where it's been treated, but the point is you're not going to accept it knowing that they have an STD, an STI, whatever, from a person that they chose over you, or the lifestyle that they chose over you. They chose somebody else over you. So let's get what they would say to you, and then we'll move on to the circumstances itself. What would they say to my viewer? Spirit, give me some messages. They want to contact you just like casually. See where, like, check the temperature, like where you're at. How would you respond to them? They're nervous about it. They're concerned that you're going to just like ignore them, or maybe you have ignored their phone calls. Maybe they've contacted you. Maybe you've blocked them. Yeah, see, I don't want to know. I don't want to be rejected is what they're saying. They feel the sexual tension. So this was a romantic, not just a friendship. This was more of, what is it? Love unrealized. I still feel the pain. Yeah, I feel like at one point you were together and then you weren't anymore. They went towards another person. This could be you saying that. You still feel the pain of this connection. But it could be them too, like if they felt rejected or if you walked away. However, the situation ended. You might have walked away from this person's indecision, is what I'm hearing, indecision, and they felt rejected. They still feel the loss of you, is what I'm hearing. They can't do it. They can't do this. They don't want to contact you and be rejected. They don't want to be without you, but they don't want to, like, have you tell them no. They admire you. Their life is not as together as it seems, or what it looks like on social media. So I would advise not watching a person on social media. I don't do that. Not that, I can tell you what to do, but what I'm saying is it doesn't benefit anybody watching somebody move on with their life with other people. But you don't know what the circumstances are. It might look good on social media, but it's actually a shit show, which obviously it is if this person has an STD. I still have feelings for you. I trusted you. Maybe they felt like you did leave them down, let them down by leaving them. Maybe you didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had treated you better. Yeah. And look, I am recovering. So whatever it is this person's going through, they're recovering. But look at this. I am afraid to contact you. Yes. Why? Because they want to know, do I still have a chance? That's the whole thing. Do they still have a chance with you? And they're afraid of being rejected, and then they'd have to come with their truth about what's been going on. Yes. Maybe they don't want to tell you that truth. Maybe it's so, like, embarrassing to this person if they have an STD to admit that to you, that I have an STD and I'm not as together as it seems. Yeah. Let's go into the tarot. Let's go into Intuitive Kev's tarot and see what it is that Spirit wants to give us a message for today. Spirit, give me a message, please, for the person viewing. Tell me what's going on, please, Spirit. Whether it's closure, understanding of why this happened, what they can do. Advice, Spirit, please. We need you. And we appreciate you. So let's go. So they wish they would have treated you better. They wish they would have chosen better, is what I'm hearing. But they didn't. They chose a person that they thought was a vibrational match. And let's face it, when you are low vibing, that person could have been the match at the time. But as they're recovering, or even finding out that they have this problem, they're realizing they need to raise their vibration. They need to change. Whatever it is. They need to change their, sneaky ways is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Be honest with themselves. And they're no longer going to match, if they raise their vibration, with a person that's low vibing like the person that they put on a pedestal over you. A karmic connection. That's all it was. And they treated this person like they were royalty. They spoiled this person like they were royalty. And the person felt very entitled to that lifestyle. And so they drained this person. It was like, I'll give you my body, I'll give you my time, make you feel like a sultan, and you give me your money. and your status. And that's how it was. It was almost like contractual. They could have married this person. Page of Wands. I feel like this person wants to contact you, but they're nervous. They feel like you could be guarded against them. They could have been at the time in their sexual energy, immature, right? Page is immature. Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They could have been looking for something that you weren't going to provide with them. A good time, not a long time. It's like they stopped you in your tracks. They could have had it all, the rainbows, the sunshine, but they stopped it. See the handout? They weren't looking for that. They kind of blocked you, okay? Yeah, and they feel like a fool. They took a new beginning with somebody else that maybe looked idyllic, maybe was younger than them. This could be the person that they chose over you. This karmic connection could be with a Page of Wands. And they blocked you from going forward, and they thought they could have paradise with this immature person. Now they feel like a fool that they took a chance with this person. Very generous, as I mentioned, Six of Pentacles with this person, giving them everything. Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Because they thought they were going to have this sitting back pretty while this person did their end of the bargain, if you know what I'm saying, served their purpose. Thought this was wonderful. It was all an illusion. Cups of Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Don't get hung up on terms. Don't get hung up on astrological signs. I'm just giving you the skinny, okay? Yeah, Nine of Cups. They thought this was going to be awesome. They were going with this pretty young thing, man or woman, and they were going to have this wonderful life because that's what was presented to them. And it was all good at first, right? Until the test results came in and they realized this person wasn't as faithful as they presented themselves to be, young and innocent. They weren't innocent. Like Britney Spears' song, I'm not that innocent. They weren't innocent at all. They were cunning. Yeah, false person, right? Presented themselves as one way in the beginning, all lovey-dovey and fantastic, but then, switched flipped the switch and became like this Nightmare on Elm Street. What I'm hearing. But they were already like strung up by then. They were already like into the connection, invested in the connection, I should say. But it was all about the Benjamins. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, young energy, looking for their own opportunity, but not working hard for it, just wanting it from this person, from your past person. They weren't giving and generous unless it was in the STD department. Then they were very generous with that person. Yeah, you can have it. They shared that with them, but they wouldn't share their resources or anything else. Ace of Swords. So this opportunity turned into a nightmare. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There was no new beginning of a wonderful opportunity. This opportunity was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Very immature, very selfish, very selfish. Yeah, Knight of Swords. But they rushed towards this. Your person was immature too. Maybe not a page, but a knight. Rushing towards conquest, rushing towards an opportunity they thought was going to be better than being with you. And they're kicking their ass now, right? Because it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. It was an energy vampire. Somebody that drained them of their resources and their time. Keeping them busy, if you know what I'm saying, and away from you. This false person could have known you. Right? This false person could have been aware of you and took what was yours based on selfishness and greed. This person wasn't all they seemed. Yeah, High Priestess maybe presented themselves with intuitive gifts, but their eyes are closed. Their third eye they thought was open. Religious, could have had a religious cross. High Priestess in reverse, though. They could be a High Priestess in reverse, doing energy work like dark magic. They also could have said something about you not being as intuitively gifted as you are. You might have gifts. You might be this High Priestess. But somebody lied about you so that they could take an opportunity from you, saying that you're distorted, that you're not who you are, or maybe you're a dark witch, scaring this person, saying that you were an energy vampire. Something was said about you that turned this person against you and towards another person. That's what I'm hearing. Thereby making this person break your heart and not see the gift that you were, but walk away. And this is what happened. They cried. Don't make no mistake about it. They broke their own heart. They didn't just break yours. But Five of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer again. So this was the scenario, okay? So opportunities, what they thought was an opportunity, ended real quick into reality. Reality set in because it was about money. Yeah, it was about money. And they had to learn a lesson about status, money, and the pursuit of it. There's nothing wrong with pursuing money, but when it comes to breaking somebody's heart over it, or like thinking that you're going to get better, maybe there was an element of greediness on your person's part too, because they fell for the, they fell for the line, hook, line, and sinker, because maybe they needed to learn some lessons too that you couldn't teach them. King of Swords in reverse. Not a balanced individual and not a truth teller. Swords is communication. It's also clarity. Swords is also conflict. It can be, but when you're balanced as a king, you are like, it's almost like the scales of justice. You're balanced. This person's imbalanced. It's in reverse. They're not going to tell you the truth. They could be a liar. That could be a person. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they didn't tell you their truth. They didn't know how to, because they were in a selfish place too. They looked at this person and they looked damn good. So they went towards that, right? The Hangman's in reverse. So this is not in suspense. This is something that might have happened a long time ago. You let it go. You let it go. You had to let it go because this person wasn't honest with you. And this person was playing games with you. And you weren't going to keep staying stuck waiting for this person to be honest with you. So the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse for that person. But you, on the other hand, moved forward. Okay? So if this is your twin flame, or this was somebody you were divinely meant to be with, and they went towards another person, your fortune is still going to be your fortune. Your blessings are your blessings, despite what this person chose, because we all have free will. This person used their free will ticket, their get out of jail ticket, to move forward with somebody else and go right into the jail cell. Okay? They felt they were free and they were gonna do what they wanted to do. And Spirit's like, okay, you want to do what you want to do. You want your freedom, you get your freedom. But now they're more in prison than they ever were with you. Yeah. Okay? And now they want to message you. They want to tell you what's going on. They want to, show you the love and the attention that they gave this person, this generosity. But it's too late. Because you done moved forward and this person's staying stuck. Because they needed to learn that lesson. They chose somebody that they elevated above you and other people, mind you. Gave them so much like time, attention, money, gave them everything. It was never enough. It was never enough. Once this person got this person by the bullets over there, they seriously drained this person. Drained this person of their coffers. They really thought that they were something after that. They elevated themselves above other people, this page, this karmic. And man, did they soak this person for everything that they were worth. Ooh, man. And treated them like garbage. Wasn't even faithful. Because obviously now this person's finding out this person gave them an STD or an STDI, whatever the case may be. And even if it wasn't like an STD, it was an entity of some sort. Maybe a sexual entity to keep them in their low vibing state. Dreamweaver. You might be hearing dreams. You might have a dream weaver, but it's dark. See, somebody's coming to you in the dream state, trying to get you to be I don't know, trying to either block you, or like this other person could be doing that, dark magic, to try to keep you away from their person. Like scared of your person. Yes. There's something here about that. It's like some sort of magic. This energy vampire. Somebody wants to give you a gift. Be aware of this gift. It's a love gift, or it's a gift of generosity of some sort. But I don't know. I feel like there's something attached to it. Like there's no such thing as free, right? It's like something's attached to it. Be aware of this, that it could be dark magic. If you're receiving something from somebody, there's no return address, and be aware something could be coming towards you. Yeah, it's cutting through the confusion. So I feel like there's going to be revelation. Maybe this reading could be a revelation of something that you already intuitively know. Like you're getting downloads in the dream state that there's darkness, there's a dark cloud, or something like trying to cover over an illusion here. Yes, like clouding your mind, clouding your judgment. It's either you or your person. Flip the roles. I feel like you're getting messages from your guides. Yes, somebody is reaping what they sown. Your person's reaping what they sown. That doesn't mean you're not going to receive the blessings. They're not. Yeah, that's what it is. And time has gone by. A lot of time has gone by in this connection to define who this person could be. But they got stuck. I mean, they just got stuck along the way. They were tested and they failed. It's all about the backfire of this comic's plans, whether it's to keep you stuck in the dream state, fearing your person, or keeping your person stuck while they're taking. I think that, yeah, your person's going to get the point or get the message or the download that their spirit guides have been trying to get to them. Hello, we're trying to tell you, receive this message already. Yeah. There's an expectation here. You were hoping that this person would come through. Time has gone by. Maybe you wondered what happened. 11 is here. More than once in this reading. Know that this is what's going on in this person's life. And that you need to move forward and not wait for a person, because you don't know how long it's going to take before this person gets the courage or gets out of a situation, because this comic does not want to let them go. You understand? Yeah. Affliction, delusions, suffering. This person's suffering mentally, spiritually. They're suffering with this comic. And it could be even with whatever affliction that they have. Yeah. Could be very much their suffering. And this person could be the catalyst of their suffering too, wanting them to suffer, because that's what they're here for. Everybody has their reason for being here. We all have our journey. This comic could be their karma, right? Yeah. Financial growth, good fortune, money coming to you, something's coming to you, gifts coming to you, money's coming to you. Yeah. So you're going to go forward into your blessings. And Spirit's not asking you to not care about what's happening to this person, but to not wait for this person. Unexpected income, yeah. You're going to be getting some money. It's from the divine. Know that it's a gift from the universe, whatever winnings that you get. Somebody wants to message you. I feel like this person does want to message you. Maybe you're going to get a message of good news that you have financial abundance coming to you. But this situation with your person was hidden from you because they were false. They were hiding who they were, as well as this false person that they chose. Yeah. You're starting on a new journey, and your spirit guides are protecting you, okay? This is going on for a long time. Phases of the moon, a long time, this journey. But your transformation here through the storms is why your blessings are coming towards you. You've been strong. You've gone through things in life. The Spirit's saying they're with you. They haven't gone unnoticed. And despite what this person did, you're going to win. You're going to have abundance. So keep moving forward. They're with you. They're protecting you. All right, let's go into astrological signs, because a lot of people like the astrological signs. And please press that like button. It helps to move this channel so other people can get this message that might benefit. And I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so we got Taurus here, Aquarius, and Aries. Thank you so much for joining me today in Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe, because I love to have you. Till next time, be safe, be blessed.